guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Sunny. So today again I'm gonna uh, make a video about what is happening in my life right now, because I thought about keeping a record of what was happening throughout. And in the previous video I did not really go into description of what was happening in for all these months. So, as you know about my disease, I already told you about it. Was dermatomyositis as diagnosed. It was diagnosed 3 months back, yes, and it was a rare one for all of us to hear. It was the first time we were all hearing about it, both my friends and me also. So I just wanted to share how the experience all goes with me. So I contacted chickenpox in the starting of this year, February, while I was in outdoor. Out, yeah, it was outdoor, not saying where, but yeah, I contacted chickenpox from there, and I got treated. Of course, it was severe for me. The chickenpox, it was the first time for me, and it was really severe. But but it was alright, and I got treated with all the right medications. And after 22 days, I was completely fine, and I joined college after that. And after 2 to 3 months, I think I started having these allergies all over my hands whenever I would go out in the sun or do any activities on, or I would sweat a lot, and the allergies were there, and they were itching, and they were really all that concerning for me. So I went to a skin doctor and got medicine for allergies, and the medication continued for I think 2 to 3 months. The allergies were really not going anywhere, and we didn't know at that time, but it was the first symptom of this disease. So when the allergies didn't go away, the medicine changed, and after that the allergies and itching continued for another 2 months, I think. Yeah, for 2 months it was like all over my hands and face and the necks and stuffs, and yeah, it they were red and papule like, nothing more. All my friends thought, yeah, it was allergy from pox, maybe the virus remained for some time, and we all had thought that it was that. Yeah. After that, my internship started. At that time, after a month into the internship, I started feeling the muscle pains and the fatigue and all sort of things. And I thought, yeah, it was the duty hours that was keeping me fatigued and stuff. And the muscle pain were worsening over weeks of time. But I all thought that it was duty hours, so I didn't mind it at that time. The allergies were changing. They weren't like when I am going out or anything, they would just pop up and I have to scratch and scratch and scratch until their like nails marks are there in my arms. But yeah, the medication was still continuing, and at the last month of my internship, I was feeling really fatigued. I couldn't cycle anymore properly, or going up stairs were really fatigued for me. I was really sweaty and panting after climbing up 2 stories, which wasn't like that before, of course. Then at the end of the internship, I was still feeling muscle pains and cramps and stuffs. It was like getting difficult to get up from sitting position a little, and I thought I was feeling the after effects of working so hard and yeah, it was that at that time. But after 2 weeks, I think, the pain and fatigue started to getting worse, and I wasn't really able to uh, comfortably get up from a sitting position anymore. And it still wasn't that big of a deal for me or my family or anything like that. We all thought it was common, yeah, like working too hard or stressful duties. And then after I think a month of like that, uh, getting up from chair was a task for me. Like I have to get up, like I have to remind myself of that I have to get up. And yeah, it was like that for a week. And suddenly in 1 week, all of the symptoms got to the severe position, and I couldn't really get up from sitting down position or crouching position. And we worried for the first time when I told my parents, and we went for a neurologist. They gave me some tests, and I was fearing that it was gonna be any nerve damaging disease, and my teacher was also worried for that. But hopefully it was not nerve damaging disease, only it affected my muscles. Then we got blood tests, and the CPK level was really high. I think CPK, yes. And from that we concluded the diagnosis. My uncle, who is also a doctor, he concluded the myopathy first. He suggested it could be myopathy, and we didn't know anything about it at that time. But my teachers, they seemed worried for me, and they said that it could have been from the pox, chicken pox. The viral infection could have stayed in my body and did this. So after that, in a week of time, um, go mm, I went to the doctors, and I first went to a dermatologist, and he concluded the diagnosis firmly that it was dermatomyositis. After diagnosing me, I don't know, for 2 hours I was in the OPD. And then uh, we went back home from there because my finals were coming, and our course was finishing, and the college was finishing, the classes were finishing. So I didn't give any campusing or interview because of my condition, because yeah, the condition was bad. And we got back home, and my condition continued to worsen in the span of 2 months. So I gradually lost all ability to stand up by myself altogether. In the 2 months, reaching out by my hands, my hands didn't extend by themselves and stuff, and I couldn't get up from sleeping position also, or couldn't get in a sleeping position too. Someone has to keep my neck supported because the back is also not supporting by itself. And yeah, it continued to get worse. And for a month of time I waited for my finals, as I have said before. And in that month it continued to get worsen even with the medications. And yeah, all symptoms were related to proximal limbs mainly, but then they came to the back and stuff and necks. After the exam, as I said, the I was admitted, and the medication changed, and now the prognosis is good, really good. I am recovering at a very slow rate, but the doctor said it will take time. So we are hoping that in with time I will be up and ready for the life ahead. So yeah, that was all the journey. It took a whole year. I think this whole year is my journey for this disease that I didn't know was occurring at that time, other than the last 2 or 3 months. But yeah, it was occurring for February. It was a very new disease for all of us, and we didn't know anything about it. But now we know that there are like diseases like this autoimmunes. So yeah, today's video was for me to give a record about how the prognosis went of my disease, and I wanted all of you to know about it because there is not really much information about anyone I searched. Yeah, that was this, and for the next video I will be talking about my 4 years journey in the nursing course, and stay tuned for it. Thank you.